Welcome to another Monday Blitz. Thanks for taking a few moments of your time to listen to this devotional thought on the book of 1 Samuel. If you've been on this journey with me over the last several weeks, you know that 1 Samuel actually covers some really challenging and difficult topics. And today's is no different. Today's we look at this word shame. In 1 Samuel chapter 20, we see this description, this picture of shame being used to influence people's decisions. And I just wonder how often you and I might fall under this category of being shamed into doing something simply because we actually value how people look at us. We fear being shamed. And how scary it is that we can also shame others through coercive actions, much like Saul attempts to with Jonathan. And as we see in this story, this struggle, do I love my friend or do I risk shaming? Being shamed by my father, the king. Do I take that risk? Am I willing to be shamed by the powers that be to show my love to my friend? I was thinking about this in this dynamic, and it's a powerful picture that's shown here as we see Jonathan and David actually making a covenant before God, including God in their goal of loving each other in spite of the hatred Saul has for David. This hatred that we've seen building up over these last few chapters now comes to this head of, you either pick me, Saul says, you pick me or you pick David. Jonathan, you can't have both. And David kind of feels like the outsider here, perhaps. But as he's listening to Jonathan talk to him about the struggle, the tension, the struggle in his heart, how do I deal with this? The truth comes out that Saul is going to kill David no matter what. And Jonathan asked David to remember this covenant we set. Remember this love we have for each other. May this last not just this generation, but may our children learn to love each other and keep this love for each other. What a powerful promise to each other they make there. Well, what about you and I? I believe God has given us a covenant of love where He loves us. He has said, I love you no matter what. And He is asking us to join and renew our covenant with Him and say, we choose to love you, God, because you loved us first. What a beautiful covenant. And yes, it will take some risk. There is that chance that we are shamed by those who do not value the love of God. But it's worth it. In all the struggles, knowing that God is on our side, knowing God loves us first. And because He loves us, we can love Him back. And we can have a never-ending relationship with Him. An eternal relationship with God. Not just He's God and we're a lesser being, but a true loving relationship as children of God. So while there's the dangers and the risks and all the concerns of being shamed, we know that God loves us and we do not have to fear the shame of this world. Until next time.